Hello, welcome to Eileen's Craft Nook. Today I am going to work on this coaster, and it says "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and it has a base plus the little cross form for the base so that this will stand up. So I was thinking about how do I pour this so that the words stand out from each other. And what I'm going to do is I have this cream. It's by Pebeo, and it's called Cairn Relief, and it's like an outliner. Now I got this on Amazon, and it came in a package of 3, so it has the gold, a copper, and a silver. I have seen these at Michael's as well, so if you want, I've had these for quite a while, but I'll see if I can find them on Amazon, and I'll stick the link in the description for the video. Or like I said, I've seen them here in Canada. I've seen them at Michael's as well. So I'm just going to, and I know this may be hard for you guys to see, but I'm just taking this and I'm forming a line between the star and the first word, which is we. So I'm just squirting a little bit out. I'm going to bring this up to the camera in a moment for you guys to see. So you can see that in there. I'm going to do the same for all of the letters. So this is kind of fiddly, I guess, not fiddly. And I kind of have to get close up because my eyes are not the greatest. So I'm going to try my best not to stick my head into the camera. Let me bring it up. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better here. So I'm just squeezing it out, trying to get the pressure fairly even, trying to keep the letters, trying to keep it so it's not too wavy. So you can see that. I'm going to come down here and do the same with the next set. Now, I've used these before to draw designs, and I haven't done it in a long time. I should do it again. I don't think I ever did a video on it, to do like a almost like a stained glass effect. I watched another creator, Leah, I think it's Leah Dia Designs. She does them. She's a beautiful artist. So once I do this, I am going to have to let these dry. This is a water-based product, so I'll want it to let it completely dry before I move to the next step of adding the resin. Now, my resin here is all going to be one color. It would be, I thought it would be too difficult. You'd have to use some sort of, like you couldn't do these words different colors. You'd have to use something to make it like a barrier, and I just wasn't going to go that far into it. Like I've seen people use like the putty and stuff. And then it still seems to leak. Come right across here where it says Merry. And then Christmas. Not sure what these, I guess it's just the base of the mold. I did get this mold from, I actually can't remember if it was Temu or AliExpress now. It's one or the other. All right, and I'm also going to do the same here at the very base of the tree. Like that. Excuse me, sorry about that. All right, now we have to let this dry. So I'm going to set that aside. Now I had a thought of doing the same with this in a couple of these other colors, the copper and the silver as well. So we'll do some of the gold. So I think we'll do this one in copper. Let's just do some different colors in here and see what we get. Now these also come in, I only have these trees colors, but I've seen them in Michael's. I've seen them, they come in white, black, other colors. You could also try something like this. This is from Dollar Tree. This is a 3D paint. This is a gold. Now this tip was too big. Now you could put it in one of those bottles that have like the needlepoint tips and do that as well. This would be a much less expensive option that I think would work just as well. And those come in all different colors. Add to the detailing in this with the gold. Get a little bit too much coming out. I'll bring that up so you guys can see. And just going to fill that in. Gonna get in here. I don't do well with this fine work. Not really a delicate type of crafter. But what is going to count is what it looks like on this side, right? So I think I'm going to do the outside here as well. In that gold. Now I've never worked with this directly on the mold, so I'm hoping that once I put my resin in and it cures, that the gold comes back out with the resin, that it sticks to the resin. I've always put it on top of cured resin. Okay, so not the neatest, but I think from this side it will look fine. I could clean it up with a little micro brush if I can find one. I know I have a whole pile of them someplace, but I don't see one right now. But I can clean that up with a micro brush, which I'll probably do. I'm going to go ahead and open. These aren't open yet, so I'm just going ahead. They have a little lid on them. It's already snipped at the end here, but you do have to put a hole in this part here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. right, these are dry. I actually let them sit overnight. I didn't come back in last night to finish them off. But I think I'm going to use some chameleon powder on a couple of these just to see how that looks. Now, the thing with chameleon powders, you don't really have like a green, so I think I'm going to use glitter in this one. But I thought maybe this red, blue, purple from Nick Pro, I'm going to try that one in the bulb. So what I'll end up doing is probably backing the ones that have the chameleon powder. I'll back those with black. But I'm just going to rub that in. I do like the effect you get with the chameleon powders when you have a mold that has a mix of the shiny finish and the matte finish, because it really does make it look like two different colors you have in there. And that gold should enhance it. So the snowflake I want to do with I would like to do it with like an iridescent sparkle. So I'm not going to do anything in that one. The heart, I thought the acorn I would use this here champagne color from Waltz Resin. Actually, the bell would probably look nice with that as well. So we had our first, what I would call bad weather last night and this morning. All the buses were canceled today for the schools. The roads were icy. But all the holiday shows have started on television. I like watching the Food Network, the Christmas baking shows and that, the Holiday Wars and those. I do like watching those in the wintertime. Just something I can do while I do my diamond painting in the evenings. I also have this one, which is a silver, white, red, green. I want to try out my red and silver, red and green glitters that I have. I wonder if this one, I should find a color, maybe do that house in. Of course, it would probably look nice so that it looks like snow on it. Let's go with this one. I'm not sure if it's the proper color for it, but maybe it'll help it look like snow in that top section. I can brush the bottom section with the same champagne color that we did in the other two. All right, for the star, I'm going to use the Waltz Resin Golden. And I'll go up to those gold dividers I put in there. Try to get the edges, because this star will, or this tree will stand up when it's done. What if I mixed? I've never mixed chameleon with mica, but I have this rose gold green from Nick Pro. And I thought, what if I mixed a little bit of that with some brown mica? Would that give me the coverage, but not be, I don't want the trunk to be rose gold. I want it to be more of a brown. So this is actually coffee mica from Waltz Resin. So let's use that just to experiment and see what happens. So I'm going to mix those together in the little pot here. Now I think the chameleon powder will probably be dominant. Which is fine. I'm going to add a little bit more of the brown in. Because it's the chameleon powder that will give you, more coverage. So I'll try to be careful here. So as not to get any in there. Just like so. Get up on the sides. Got some left over, which is fine. I could probably cover that up or put it in a little container. No sense in wasting it. We're going to start with, I'm going to do this whole thing in the same resin. I'm going to mix this glitter. I got it from the local dollar store. I don't remember how much it was. Oh, there it was, $1.50. So can't kick on that. And I'm going to pour it in the whole thing. I'm hoping that the chameleons in the star and the base, this will be a base for it, but you really won't see the green coming through because those chameleons will be what you see and not the glitter. So I've dumped a good amount in there. I'm just going to give it a stir and see what we have. Now I do have a little more resin mixed up. I wasn't sure how much I was going to need, but I'm hoping to have enough to do these. So I'm going to stir this up. If it's not enough, then I'll, do up the rest. But so I just want to take a look of how that looks on the stick, of what it's going to look like in the tree. It's, it's still, you'll see a little bit of clear through it, but that glitter is all going to settle down. So it's going to be pretty opaque in the tree part. So I'm going to go ahead and let's pour this in. So I'm just going to pour it over top. I will have to take something, because there's so many, so much detail in this with all those letters. I'll probably take my little detailing tool and, just make sure there's no bubbles. I'm just pouring it on top, let it sink in. Let's see how much we have when we're done here. Get that star. Get the bottom. Let me bring you guys out a bit here so you can see what I'm doing. Is that better? All right. Just got a little bit too much there, but it needs to flow into the other side. Okay, so I think I have enough. What I'm going to do is, I think I probably might have a little bit too much here on the lettering. So I'm just going to use my stick to make sure it's in all those letters. Okay. I don't want a lot of overflow because I don't want to have to do a lot of cleanup on it. So I'm just gonna move it down in here because this bottom piece needs a little bit more in it. Just like that. But I definitely have a little bit of excess here, so I'm just going to scrape it down with my stick. Like so. So I'm not wasting it. And I'll be able to use this in something else. I'm going to just take this little tool here and I'm just going to run it in there because I don't want to have any large bubbles that would cause a hole in the final design on the other side. I'm just going to take that, go through. And now we're here. I don't want to, where the chameleon powders are, I definitely don't want to scrape the bottom because I don't want to scratch the chameleon powder. Okay. Get some better light going. I know it's shining on that tree. I apologize for that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have a little bit of this green in the cup. And let's pour it into our Christmas tree over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and pour this in to our pieces that have the chameleon powders, because we know that black works best with the chameleon powders, or dark color. Like, I'm hoping that the darker green works on the tree, but we'll see. So we'll get it into these ones. Just like so. Do our little gingerbread house, the bell, the angel, all right. Just gonna scrape that out, finish filling up our little angel. Oops, get a gloopy in there with the hair. Just wipe that off. Right, I'm using this extra fine glitter from Michaels in the color of snow, appropriate. So I'm going to pour that into the star. Like so. Now, I wanted to use red glitter in this guy, so I'm going to get another little pot and mix up a little bit with the red glitter. You want to know something strange? I don't actually have a gold glitter. Not sure why. So I'm going to try this rose glitter instead, and this is from Michaels, but I think it would complement the colors in that heart. So let's go ahead and give it a stir, and then we'll put this in. I think next time I'm out, I'm going to have to get some gold glitter. I guess I just never had a use for it before. That's pretty thick. I'm going to add a little more resin to it. It's thick because the resin's thickening up because of time. But it also has that white glitter in there too, so that's why it's a little thicker. Okay. Pour this in, and then that will be it for these. I'll probably use my lighter just to go over the top of them, or actually I might just use my isopropyl alcohol just to get the surface tension bubbles to come up. And oh, I think this one's gonna be pretty. That's a very pretty glitter. And then we'll have our ornaments ready for tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to get my little cups all cleaned up here. I just used some isopropyl alcohol and a baby wipe and wipe those all out so that they're ready to use the next time I want them. Every once in a while, I'll go put all my silicone cups in a tub of soapy water, let them soak and get them a good washing. All right. That's it till tomorrow. We'll see you then. All right, all our stuff is dry, so let's go ahead and take a look. Let's start with the little extra pieces that I made with the leftover resin. So I had this little tree that had the little star in it. I put some gold in the star. So it's fairly plain, but you know, I'll make a cute little ornament for the tree. And then I also did a couple of snowflakes, because I had some of that glitter left over. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, so is that one. So it'll just add some sparkle to the tree this year. All right, let's take a look at these. So there's our little house, and that the gold or the colors I put on there, they're dry, you know, they're not rubbing off or anything. So you can see the little house. Oh, the bell's cute. I like that. And the angel was just done in the chameleon powders. The tree that had the little bit of silver pen on it. The ball had the chameleon plus the gold. I like how this one turned out. Just simple with the silver pen and the white glitter. This was our pine cone. Our star, which was just the red glitter. And finally our heart that had the bells in it. That one came out really cute too. All right, so let's take a look at our big piece. So this is pretty detailed. It's going to take me probably going to take me a minute to get this out of the mold. I usually find the easiest way, even though it does reveal it, and those who are doing videos don't like to reveal till after, is to actually put it down this way and pull the mold back. Especially for something like this, it really does help. So we'll just pull this all off, just like so. It's still a little bit flexible. Okay, I'm going to turn it over for a minute so I can do the reveal with you guys. I got to get the second piece out here. So this was the one that I had backed, while I had backed it with the green glitter, just so to make it more simple for when I was pouring it. It's got some edges I got to trim off of it. It did have that chameleon, so it does have, you can see some of the green coming through, but it really does have that brown color. Now I do have some trimming to do on this, obviously, but I really like how that turned out. I like the gold to kind of define the words, and it all dried nicely. We have our star at the top. What do you guys think? Let me bring you out and then bring this up so you can see it. I'm very pleased with this. All right, let me put in the stand and I'll show you what it looks like standing up. So there it is in the stand. I think it's turned out really nice. I mean, it's going to make a nice addition to my Christmas collection. And I can't wait to put it out when I put up my Christmas stuff. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me.